Yeah, this is Radio ICB, and I'm with Dora Sherry, and I have a special guest today, FOGMAN. His name is John FOGMAN Burkett, and he's with a group called ZED HEAD. Yeah, ZED HEAD.
I love that.
And John, what are you doing these days? Did you cut another album or go on tours? What's going on?
Well, right now I'm sitting in a McDonald's parking lot and waiting for one of those passion fruit smoothies.
There you go. Big day out.
But
it.
musically, yeah, we you know how serious I am, Randy. Dora, nice to meet you, Dora.
Yeah, you too. I already know. I've known you 5 minutes, Roger, and I'm already cracking up 20 times.
Well, let's try and keep this serious. I got to sell records, all right? You got that straight?
I got it. I got
sir.
Straight as an arrow, man. I'm straight.
Yes, sir. I sure salute to you. I'm standing at attention right now.
He is. He is, as he normally does around
I'm wearing
me.
my battle-tested shirt, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So what are you up
Well,
to
that's great. As we were saying, well, music-wise, I'm still doing those same 3 chords that Billy Gibbons talks about all the time. And we've applied them in copious amounts to this new CD that we have coming out. It'll probably be the end of next month. Everything's finished. We've got Joe Funderburk out of Nashville doing the mixing. And my buddy Michael Bear Clare out in Iowa will be doing the mastering. And we should have that in hand. I think it's safe to say probably by the end of July. And it's a typical ZED HEAD production. You know, it's rocking and it's Texas bluesy. And we have added a couple of diversions this time, you know, a little bit more a melodic tune or two. And but we haven't strayed far from, you know, the formula that we have the most fun with, and that's just rock and blues and that type of thing. So it's gone very well.
Well, what's the name of some of these songs? Yeah,
let's see now. Let's pick a name out right now. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm seeing my balding head. Let's call it Shiny Things. How's that?
Shiny things. Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, what's that song about?
Well, I'm sorry, what was that, Randy?
What's that song about? Are you chasing around shiny things like a crow?
Well,
would?
actually, you know, I'm so glad you asked because it's about that's one of the little diversions we made. It's a rockin' tune, but the lyric content is. Are you sitting down? It's about maybe a 10,000-year-old, 12,000-year-old druid who is marching around the British Isles, and he is a very early metallurgist, and he goes from community to community with a bag of shiny things, and it just alludes a little wee bit to the ancient harmonies and the old people, the old ones from Europe, and particularly the United Kingdom. But it's fun. You know, it's not far off. You know, a little bit of a wizard thing here and there, but it's well within the bounds of our moral compass as well. It's just a fun little thing that's kind of, to tell you the truth, that tune came from a session we did a couple of years ago. We were jamming between takes, and it really came out really well. And then I found this old lyric sheet from, I don't know, a long time ago. Not 8 or 10, 12,000 years ago, but, you know, a couple of years back. And it fit together really well. It's an example of, to me, what makes recording and music a lot of fun, because you walk into a studio one day, you have nothing, you walk in with your instruments and the engineer's there and all the rest of that stuff. And then you walk out and you know, at least the beginning of a finished song. So I just love the way some songs come together. So that one, it's kind of a favorite of mine. It is called Shiny Things, and that's what the name of the CD will be.
I like that. You know, Dora, John likes to check out history.
Oh, he's a history buff.
Yeah, he is.
Like like our Tommy Collins here at ICB.
Yeah, and he'll post it on Facebook. Right now he's on Facebook jail.
That's right. Do you have bail money for him, Randy?
Yeah,
or do we need to go talk to some people and go GoFundMe page, maybe?
Yeah, we need a GoFundMe page. Get John out of jail here.
Get his shiny head out from behind those shiny bars on Facebook. Those are the wrong shiny things to chase, man.
Yeah.
So you were saying, Randy.
Yeah, he's a historian. He likes to check out history. and he'll post it on there. What else?
Yes, I was. I've been a student of anthropology for decades now, and it does fascinate me just walking in the ancient footpaths of other people and other cultures and things like that. And so I have some historical heroes. If I just may be so bold as to say, Jesus Christ is my number one hero. But speaking in human mortal terms, Leonidas from the Battle of Thermopylae, 480 BC, he had 300 Spartans with him. And of course, counting himself, there's 301 Spartans, but nobody ever seems to do the math on that. And then we've got Admiral Nelson, who kept Britain safe from Bonaparte and the Napoleonic Wars. That's a fascinating story. And lastly, General Lee, Robert E. Lee. I just love what a man he was. And history, it really, where would we be without it? Let's put it that way.
And that's cool that you take that history and turn it into music.
Yeah.
Like the shiny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's a fun process. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I could probably get that tune is 99.9% finished, and maybe tonight, tomorrow, the next day, or whatever, I'll get it down to you. And if it's of any use to you in the coming weeks, it'd be like a sneak preview. But just so you know what you're dealing with me, So
yeah,
hope you'd enjoy it.
You know my email. Go ahead and send me something.
We could do a sneak peek on the show.
Yeah, I'll throw it in. Yeah, and we'll get with Neil. Neil Chapman I got to tell you, y'all, Neil Chapman's got, I can't even explain it. The guy can play guitar like no one else I've ever seen.
You're right, Randy. He's that good. There's no question about it. He's been playing for a long time. He's played with everybody you can think of. He's bumped into Les Paul and people like that. And he's tremendous. And he's been a lifelong friend of mine. And it's just great sitting down and working with him and playing live with him. He's a wonderful live player too. But I don't know. There's a chemistry between us, and we just seem to have fun. And the tunes are coming, and we're working on the next CD now as well, So Neil is brilliant on this particular tune, Shiny Things, and he's also the vocalist on it as well. So I think you get a kick out of it.
I bet we will. Yeah, and then we got Bobby who can play the harmonica like unreal. I love it. Are you going to play in the Toronto Festival, Beaches Festival?
Jazz Festival?
Yeah, the Jazz Festival this year.
We were booked for that, and sadly, Smilin' Bob, our stellar harmonica player, he's another part of the equation. He's an exciting player as well. He's played with just about everyone. He has had a ruptured ulcer in his stomach, and we have to cancel the Toronto Beaches International Jazz Festival just to nurse him back to health before we go on to some other things that we've got coming up.
So you're going to go on tour now, huh? At least in Canada?
Well, we had some great things lined up in the States before COVID, and then that all went for a bit of a dump, and so then we just concentrated on this record, and so we haven't even bothered generating tour dates or anything like that, but they're starting to come now anyways, and as everything opens up after COVID,
Well, I don't know if COVID's ever going to leave. I hope they eventually opens the border like they did down in Mexico. That's crazy.
Well, there's been, I think it'll be around, but it's getting weaker and weaker according to the doctors that I listen to, and people are saying, a friend of mine's got it right now, him and his wife and his mother as well, all living in the same house, and they seem to be over the hump. I think the herd immunity, people being vaccinated, whatever. I think we're going to be dealing with it, and it'll be, as a layman, my opinion is that it'll turn out being like a cold or the flu or something like that, and we'll just have to deal with it. But shutting down society, to me, isn't the right answer. But I don't want to have to arm wrestle anyone over that, so we'll leave that alone.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, once they open the border and you can come back to the States, I will hook you up with a few places, at least here in Dayton.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Maybe
the United States.
Maybe in Texas, too. I know you like Texas.
Oh, we love Texas. We played there a lot, and I'm from Canada. I love Canada. My family's been here and fought in World War I and World War II, and even over in the Middle East. It's a great country. I unashamedly say that our so-called alleged leader is he's just a complete disaster and disappointment. And I think once things do open up a little wee bit, we will be down there. And having said all of that, I just wanted to say America is my favorite country in the world. I especially love the South, and I love Texas. To me is just like a second home. Florida as well, Louisiana. I love the place. So yeah, we'll work on that, Randy, once things open up a bit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, really, I got a list of names written up for you, so maybe we can get that going.
Excellent.
What else is going to happen with this new CD, this new album?
Well, actually, we do have some. We're heading hopefully to Florida in a couple of weeks to do a couple of videos, and we're going to, as they say, drop a video single or two over the next couple or 3 months, and then we have another video to shoot up here in Canada in October. That seems to be what a lot of people are doing now. Is you get your CD done, but you float a couple of singles off it, and you can time it out a little wee bit and keep the name in the news, so to speak. And so that's what our plans are right now. Finish the CD. It needs to be manufactured now, manufactured. And, there'll be a few gigs coming up. And then, as I say, the videos, we'll get them out of the way. And, we'll just promote it. We'll bug the daylight out of you guys and have us back on again.
Yeah, maybe we can get somebody here at the college to do a video with you, because that'd
be great. Yeah, we're up for that.
We have radio and video here at the college.
And I'll bet, Randy, you know someone that could do that.
Sure do. We got some good producers here, and maybe I can help produce.
That's right.
Well, that'd be great. Be good to catch up with you. And, if we're talking video, I have to say at this point in time, my best side is my backside, so we'll try to work on that a little bit in some of the videos.
Well, they'll just keep the camera turned the same way they do with me. That's my best side, too. That's the side I'm always showing.
Hey, John, welcome back.
Yeah, I just got interrupted by the Canadian government, and they warned me not to criticize our Prime Minister anymore.
There you go. You're going straight to the shiny bars of jail.
Shoot, don't go get arrested on us now, John.
Whoops.
Oh, you did it again.
Lost him again.
Hey, John. Boy, they like messing with
know
you,
what's
don't
going
they?
on.
You're going to prison,
They have
man.
no sense of humor.
They have no respect.
Can you hear the sirens? They're coming to get me. They have no sense of humor.
Yeah, what's wrong with them people?
I don't know. I guess I've only got a couple of dimes left, too, so I hope we can get through this.
Is the phone call still a dime?
I'll email you something.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I've got Mother Bell has my service here with the phone, and usually I don't have any trouble when I'm outside of the house. There is sometimes I have a little spot here in Holiday Country, and it's got aluminum siding on it, so a lot of interference, a lot of I intercept communications from passing UFOs and things like that. But the phone doesn't work all that well sometimes in the house, so I went out, and hopefully it'll hang on for us, because the Bell telephone tried to say it was some sort of energy I'm giving off. So I'm sitting here now with a tinfoil hat on and doing my best, gang.
You got your big old aluminum hat on?
Yeah, tinfoil hat, yeah.
Tinfoil hat. That's a good song to make up.
Yeah. Tinfoil hat. Sitting here with my tinfoil hat.
My shiny tinfoil hat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. So you got new swag for this new CD? And
yes, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up too. We do. We just have we have a company out of Atlanta, Georgia, and they're doing all manner of things for us. And if anyone's interested, just to check it out, I'm not trying to be a salesman, but please buy something. But if you go to ZEDHEAD, that would be ZEDHEAD.ca, and just check out our webpage. And there's a few things there. There's a new store we have, and T-shirts, and the CDs will be there probably in 3 to 4 weeks, like I said. So that's a lot of fun, and it's all good.
So you're on Facebook too, aren't you?
Well, I am on Facebook, but not very often because they keep throwing me in jail, as we said earlier.
Randy, you should see Randy's face, how he's enjoying picking at you right now over that Facebook jail.
They're sensitive on that bloody thing,
Yeah. No, I'm asking, is ZEDHEAD on Facebook? I know you are.
Oh, excuse me. I thought we were talking about me, but okay, no problem.
We are kind of in a way.
ZEDHEAD is on there for sure. There's a regular ZEDHEAD page on Facebook. Oh, you got me laughing now. I can't even talk. And there's an official ZEDHEAD fan page run by a really, really wonderful girl named Lucy Pillar. And she's very close to my very favorite singer in the world, Paul Rogers. She does a lot of things for him, and she offered to do a page for us, and that's a fun page as well. So that would be the ZEDHEAD official fan page on Facebook and the ZEDHEAD page. If you really want to be offended, you could go to the John Burkett page, because
We're going straight there. Let me look that up. Let me get my phone right now. Definitely want to be offended.
Yeah. Yeah, I love your southern groovy stuff that you play, man. That groovy sound, that southern rock.
Well, we spent. I remember being in a great old town in Texas. It was Jefferson, Texas, and it's got an old part of town to it, and it's been there forever. I think it was the ice capital of Texas way back. I guess they'd cut ice up north somewhere and then put it back into whatever they put ice in back in those days, and so it was a big community for ice in northeast Texas. Anyway, we were kicking around that town and doing our thing, and it was going really well. And I was out somewhere. I'm sure it wasn't a bar, and I'm sure I wasn't drinking. But the guy says to me, "You guys come down here and play our music. What the hell's that all about?" And so I had two things happened. I said, "Well, I tried to talk like a Texan, and I said, well, Bubba, because it's best music in the whole." And then he says, "Can I like swear a little bit right now?" I said, "Okay, nothing too vulgar." But he says, "I'll sanitize it." He says, "Why do you arseholes always talk out of the side of your mouth when you're trying to sound like us?" It was so funny. He didn't like my impression of the Teja accent, and he was quite sour that we were playing like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and ZZ Top and all that great stuff. And when I said to him, "No, it's the best music in the world, like why wouldn't we play it?" He kind of let up on me a little bit. Love Texas. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen ZZ Top, but plenty of times, and I got to meet them several times too. And what a shame about Dusty Hill. I talked to him quite a bit, and you could not find a better guy, a nicer fellow, and more down-to-earth superstar rock and blues bass man. And he was just awesome. And it's really sad that he left us so early. Yeah. But I hear they're on the road again, and they're doing really well. So that's a bonus. But you miss Dusty, that's for sure.
Yeah, I miss him too, man. He's a good guy, really does. Oh.
Now, let me ask you a question. You guys are kind of hogging the question platform. I want to ask a question here.
Okay.
You told me one time that I was waxing eloquent somewhere about a band that I love to death, and that's Free. Right. And did you not tell me you saw them at your high school way back in the day?
Yeah, Piqua Central High.
Oh, so I ever envy that. I would do anything to see that, because I never got to see them live. I've seen Bad Company and whatnot, and Paul Rogers several times. He's another guy I was really fortunate enough to meet. He's another great fellow. Well, Lucy Pillar that I mentioned a little while back, she introduced me to him, but at a couple of shows. But I would love to have seen them in their early days. That must have been just fantastic. Eh?
Oh man, all the girls are dancing like you wouldn't believe, buddy. There are so many of them out there that those guys started dancing along with them. It was a great time. Great show.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's really strange to hear that guys are dancing, but I guess they were.
Guys will do anything to get near a pretty girl.
That's right. Yeah.
Even dancing.
Yeah.
A couple of beers, maybe I'd try it, but yeah, that's just it must have been in high school. Oh, gee whiz. If I ever bump into Mr. Rogers again, I'm going to ask him if he was that in Ohio.
Yeah, right here in Pickle, Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Geez, that's too much. And what a great story.
This is like around 70s.
Yeah, that would be about right.
Yeah, and it was like they were just starting off, kind of like thing. It had to have been because they played at a high school.
yeah, that's incredible. I'm gonna, as I say, I'll even ask Lucy in the meantime about that. You know, she's always in touch with Paul, so that's a great story. And so, do you recall any of the tunes or anything that they did? Did they play All Right Now or Mr. Big, or Fire and Water? Do you remember?
I can't remember, John. It's so long ago. Yeah, my memory ain't like it used to be, John.
I remember just before COVID and that we were over in Europe a couple times, and you know, Canadians can party and Americans can party. We bumped into culture shock with the Vikings. Those people are the party people, and apparently I had a really good time over there.
Oh, good.
I think that's the kind of time that Randy had at a concert at Pickle Central.
Yeah, I probably was in the bag somewhere. So, you know, who knows? Well, I think I do remember, I think their first song that got on the radio, one of the songs they played.
I think it would be a tune called All Right Now.
Yeah, that's it. All Right Now. That's it. That was the one. And that's the one that got girls up on the dance floor. I had a crush on one, so I had to jump in. Half in the bag, you know.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting to the interesting stuff. Go on.
I couldn't help it. And that night I asked her out to an Eagles concert. They were having an Eagles concert in Cincinnati, and it had the Eagles, Eddie Money, and Steve Miller Band all at one time. It was Cincinnati's first rock concert. They just got done building the stadium there, and that was their first rock concert. It was amazing show.
Yeah.
Of course, we were in the bleeding section.
So she actually went with you?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
Yeah, we sure did. And we had a great time.
All righty then. Hey, John, you want to hear me do a hillbilly accent? That's for real.
I've been waiting for that.
That's for real, buddy. I'm from Kentucky. It takes everything I have not to have that accent. A few beers, we're down home again, right in the mountains.
Oh, there's another state I love. But anyway, go ahead.
The best women and the best people are from Kentucky. Colonel Sanders had his first restaurant there. How about that?
All right. So did you hear what I was saying about the girls from the University of Kentucky?
No.
Please go on.
Well, you asked me. You said something about the girls from Kentucky, and I was mentioning that I was in Nashville one time and the Final Four was on, and there was just beautiful girls all over the place, and they all seemed to be from the University of Kentucky. So that's when I decided right then that I would go back to school.
In Kentucky.
Yeah.
Well, I got a great story. I was heading south one time, and I had my best friend in the world was with me, a Jack Russell called Hercules, or Hercule del Mondo. And so we stopped at, he was unbelievable. And I think he died like 7 or 8 years ago, and I still get upset about it. But anyway, I was walking. We were stopped for gas or something, and we went for a walk down this old dirt road and whatnot. And it must have been one of the girls from the University of Kentucky drives up in a pickup truck, and she was really lovely. She says, "Hey, can I buy your dog?"
Was it your dog or your dog?
Yeah, my dog.
Your dog.
So I said, well. I said, no, I wouldn't sell this dog. We're a team. She goes, that's what I meant.
Oh, that's funny.
She knew what was going on there.
Oh, that's funny.
How's Mojo doing?
Mojo's rocking and rolling. He's in the home stretch now, Randy, but, we're filling him full of CBD oil without the THC for his arthritis. And it seems to be working really, really well. He was on the limp badly, and we started giving him the CBD oil, and he was starting to walk again. But I keep coming into the house, and he's sitting there listening to the Grateful Dead. I don't know what that's about.
He's a deadhead. All right.
Mojo is John's dog.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I love it. A little
He's
deadhead
a cute
dog.
little dog, too.
Dog. A deadhead dog.
Yeah. Well, he's a great little guy. There's a story there. Our tranny broke down in northeast Texas, not too far from Jefferson, where I was talking about, in the middle of the night one night, and so we were waiting for AAA to come by. Not the alcohol people.
We know them people.
You had
The
plenty of
vehicle
beer,
people.
right? You didn't need a delivery.
But anyway, so this little dog comes walking along. We found out later he's about 8 or 9 months old. He was an absolute mess. He had, fur was caked on his back. He was covered with fleas and stuff coming out his ears, and no tags, no nothing. He was the cutest little thing you ever seen. So we all looked at each other and tried to talk the other guy into saying, "You need a dog, you need a dog." But we took him with us, and so he's still around. He knew that other dog, Hercules, too. They crossed paths for a few years, and but yeah, Mojo's he's been on stage at the Whiskey A Go Go. He's been to Elvis Presley's house, Muscle Shoals studio. You name it, he's been everywhere, and he's just turned out to be the best little guy. And he's getting older. He's probably 16 years old now, and so we're trying to look after each other, because I'm not getting any younger either. So
None of us
a
are.
great dog.
I hope he starts writing his memoirs soon.
Yeah. Deadhead memory.
Memories of Mojo. On the road with John.
Yeah.
He starts writing, though, Randy, John might be in trouble if that dog learns how to write. He's going to tell all your stories.
Yeah, that's right. I'll have to bribe him and shut him up so he doesn't complicate my life too much.
That's right. Chewy.com. Here I come.
But yeah, we call him the Mojo Man, and that Jack Russell buddy of mine was the Fog Dog.
Oh, that's
Right.
adorable.
Yeah, it is.
The fog
Yeah.
dog. The fog dog.
You ever thought about writing a song about them dogs?
There you go.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, that dog was remarkable. You know what they say, Jack Russells are pretty smart, but this bloody dog was like, we communicated telepathically. I mean, it was ridiculous how close we were, as we were together 24/7. So one song that we did on the Mortal Man CD is called Electroglide Shuffle. And there's a line in there about, I think it's my dog Shucks. And so I had Hercules in the recording studio to bark. And, the lyrics are going on, and in the background, even my old dog Shucks can feel your despair. And you hear, arf, arf, arf. And it's Hercules, and I'm telling you, I looked at him, and he's looking at me. There's a picture around of it somewhere. I'll send it to you. But he's in the studio. He's on a chair. There's a couple of microphones in front of him, and he's looking at me, and he knows something special is happening. So, and I'm looking at him, and I just snapped my fingers quietly, and he barked right on cue, and the engineer just about fell out of his seat because he didn't have to edit or move it or anything. It was just arf, 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 and it's right on cue. So, he's been involved in the recording process.
Wow, superstar.
That's wonderful. What a neat story.
Oh, you got me talking about my dogs. Now you're in big trouble.
I know. I'm that way about my cat. I'm becoming the cat lady.
Well, there was we were in Gainesville at the Gator National NHRA drag races, and so Hercules has this. He had the leather vest, and it's all covered in like legitimate motorcycle crests and whatnot, and Harley Davidson, and then different club here, club there, and I rode mine to Daytona and that kind of stuff. And so we're walking through the paddock area, and the Budweiser girls come running over. They said, "Can we get a picture?" And I don't know why I thought they were talking to me, but I said, "Yeah, sure." And they, "Not you, the dog. We want a picture of the dog." And I said, "Oh, okay." So we put him on the wheel of a top fuel dragster, and they took a picture. And I swear I went about 100 feet, and I guess it was the Harley Davidson girls come out, and the same thing happened. But this time I was wise to them. You Southern girls, you know what you're doing anyway. They come around. I was like, "Can we have a picture? Can we have a picture?" And I knew it was about the dog. I said, "Yes, but it's $42 for every 10 minutes."
Did they take the picture?
Well, yeah, they did. I still got them around somewhere too, and yeah. So he was quite popular.
I thought I saw you with riding your bike and a dog with a helmet on. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, no, that's something else altogether. I don't even think that would be me, because Hercules. I started getting back into motorcycles again. It was around 2006 or so, and him and I had been so close, but he hated the motorcycle. He didn't like the noise, and so as soon as I fired up the Harley, he would go and mope in the room because he knew I was gone for several hours. So, but he wasn't a rider. He was, I don't know, he was just a shadow. We were each other's shadow. And when I got on the bike, he didn't like it because he knew we'd be, away from each other for a while. Separation anxiety.
Yeah.
My cat has that. If I go outside the door for a minute, she's sitting in there, crying like crazy, and she can see me. It's crazy how they just get so attached to you. They don't want to be away for a minute.
It's heartrending. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
People that, God help the poor people that were tuning into this show to hear anything about music, but
I'm sure they're dog
animal
lovers.
people out there. Yeah, animal lovers out there will know exactly what we're talking about. So
that's right.
Yeah. You get two subjects for the price of one.
Yeah.
And not only that, we were talking about a singing dog, for God's sake. So
that's right.
They got to be satisfied.
Singing dog. That's awesome.
John, can I ask you how ZED HEAD got started? Was it you in high school or in college, or whose idea was it?
No, that's actually that's top secret. We don't talk about that. Sorry.
Oh, good. Now I have to know. Okay, I'm going to stop this broadcast and call you back.
No, that is kind of a relative question between Neil and myself, because I was kicking around sort of the Ontario music circuit and, parts of Canada and stuff. I didn't get into the States too much early on, but Neil became very successful and, played all over the world and whatnot. And, but we kept bumping into each other all the time, and we'd see each other down at the beaches in Toronto or in the craziest places. And we'd gone to, grade school together and whatnot. And it was always amazing that we'd see, "What are you doing here?" "Oh, just, I'm on vacation," or whatever. "Well, we got to do something. We got to get a band together." And so around, it's been a while now, 2005, I believe it was, we put out the first CD, and so all our threats to get together and make some music and play some music, it really started to take off. And to do that, you need a moniker, you need a name, and I honestly can't explain where it come from. I was just sort of daydreaming one day, and ZED HEAD popped into my brain. And so I tossed that around a little bit, and we agreed that would work. And then someone later on suggested, I think it was my son-in-law. He says to my daughter, she asked him, "What does ZED HEAD mean?" And he goes, "Well, come on, think about it. It's like ZZ Top, only it's Canadian, ZED HEAD." And now we have all these American types, instead of saying Z head, they're saying ZED HEAD. So it's my contribution to the Queen's English.
I love it. I love it. What a great story.
Thanks for sharing your top secret information.
That's right, and I will take it to my grave. And by the way, this program will self-destruct in 10 seconds, John.
Well, that's the story. Like, I thought I'd tell that story to you, but if you want the true version of how, I'm only fooling.
I'll call you. Call me, John.
Hey, I told you to call me Fog.
Fog.
Well, you doesn't have to call me John. You can call me Fog.
I like Fog.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool.
Yes,
you just have to be safe when you're driving around in it, that's all.
That's right. I'm sure I have to be safe when someone's driving around you, too. I can already tell. You're a little dangerous.
How long is that beard of
Well,
yours now?
Hey, I'm so glad you keep asking stuff that I'm really happy to talk about because that's quite long. But I guess it was about a year and a half ago. I was moving out of one house and into another and burning up a bunch of old twigs and debitage that had fallen out of my trees and stuff. And I'm not Smokey the Bear exactly. So I'm lighting this fire, and damn it if my beard didn't catch on fire.
Oh shucks.
So I've been doing whisker reparation ever since. So it's I don't know. I think that the last time you saw me, it's about there again. I think I'm almost back to normal.
All right, about mid-chest, past mid-chest.
Past mid-chest.
Yeah.
I saw his Facebook, some of his photos.
Oh, you've been investigating.
I am an investigator, Randy.
Ah, good plan. So she's got the scoop on you a little bit there, John. I mean, Frogman.
Okay, so now it's starting to make sense why the phone keeps crapping out on me. I see. I'm being tapped by the Secret Service and the deep state, and they're going to report everything to Dora.
That's right. That's right. I have direct dialing straight to them, right to the authorities.
Well, try to discount everything I've said online about Jim Comey and the wonderful Clinton family and all those great people and everything, and
Yeah.
and just tell them I love them dearly, Dora. Okay? 'Cause,
I will be certain to relay those sentiments as soon as I speak to them.
Yeah.
I feel better already.
I'll be calling my people today.
Oh, geez. Hey, this is so much fun talking to you guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we've
Oh,
had a
shoot.
blast.
You are. That's why I asked you on, man. We've always had a great time together. Always have. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's fun for me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you, Fog, before we started, but now I feel like we're good friends. I'm going to go bail you out of jail, too. I'm going to call my people at Facebook and ask them to let you out on good behavior. Can you hold up to that?
There you go. Yeah, I'll hang on. And I don't like cake so much, so if you're going to send me anything before you get me out, maybe an apple pie with a file on it will do.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you can cut through those shiny bars while you're singing that shiny song. Waiting for that shiny little Southern girl to come and get you out of Facebook jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll send you
that
Dora,
works for me.
Dora, I'll send you the file. You cook the pie.
Oh, there you go. We got a problem though, Fog. I don't cook. I do go to Kroger's though. I just need a little detour on my way to Facebook jail. And I'll be right there.
So if you see a little poke in the crust, ignore it.
We'll do. Well, we'll have to do this again sometime soon. Maybe I'll get old Neil to call in. But by all means, things will be rolling a little bit more tangibly. I think, in maybe about 3 weeks. So anytime at all, it's been a pleasure, and I always love talking to you, Randy, and it's nice meeting you, Dora.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me know when Neil's ready to do this. And we'll get together with Neil again, and maybe even Bruce.
Well, he just got back. He just got back from Scotland, and he's picked up some bad habits, and spending money is one of them. So,
how many guitars does that guy got now?
Oh my gosh, you got quite a few, and some of them are getting quite valuable. And so I would say, I'm gonna guess, say maybe 20 in that vicinity.
Wow. Yeah.
Mind, there's some people out there that have got hundreds of them. I mean, it becomes a hobby and almost an investment, really. But yeah, Neil's doing all right. He just picked up a Gibson Firebird, which is my favorite guitar in the world, and he's got that on quite a few of the tunes on Shiny Things. So yeah, that's been fun. Appreciate being able to talk about it, and I'll get him to. He's the reason I bring him up is I think he's working on his phone plan now. So if he can call you and maybe make any kind of money out of it all, he'll probably do it right away. So
I gotta love him.
Well, John,
he's an interesting guy.
I really appreciate this, man, and we'll do it again for sure. So, in closing, this is Randy Oliver.
And Dora Sherry.
And this is
People Helping People
on Radio ICB. Thanks, John.
My pleasure. Believe me, it was a lot of fun, as
Thank
usual.
you
We'll
so
talk
much.
again soon.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye now, y'all.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
Fog. Bye-bye, Fog. See you later.
Oh, I love it.
You'll
I love it.
never
Okay, let's
forget.
keep going.
I gotta go down yonder and pick up a couple things, but I'll be right back. If you wanna wait, for me.
I will see you in the Kroger parking lot.
All righty then. I'll be there. I'll be right there. Right there.
Oh, boy. You just melted him. He's flat on the floor, melted.
John, I
You know
shut
what?
a poor guy
I
up.
don't know.
I shut a poor guy up yesterday that had his own TV show interviewing me. He didn't know what to say. It was.
Well, I don't know about
hilarious.
him, but I don't know about him, but I feel like dancing right now.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you guys later. That was a lot of fun. I'll talk to you real soon. We'll get Neil to call in.
All right.
Right on.
Looking forward to it.
Peace out.
Me too.
Bye.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, amigo.
See you later, brother. Dora, you want to buy a dog?
No. I got a cat that owns me. Are you crazy? I want to live. That cat already intimidates me. I get up in the morning and she looks at me like, really? You're going to put the coffee on before you feed me? Really? Really? You first, huh? Always that way, isn't it?
If we don't sign off soon, we'll be still yapping at midnight.
Yeah. All right, I'm taking my headphones off. I'm over and out. Bye.
Peace out, Fog.
I gotta go get the black off me. That shit does rub off.
Is it still there? Is it
I
still
don't know,
doing
is it? Probably. It looks like it. Do I need
Yeah.
to sweet talk to get us some more headphones? Is it on me? Am I black? Randy.
Yep.